Okay, we're now going to look at how to multiply decimals. So if I have 1.5 times by 5, I'm going to write the sum down as I normally would for multiplication. So like here, 1.5 times by 5. I'm going to ignore the decimals and multiply. So 5 5s are 25, so I put down the 5 and carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So that's normal multiplication. I count the number of digits on the right of the decimal point in both lines. So there's 1 here on the right of the decimal point, and there's none there. So I have 1 digit to the right of the decimal point. So in my answer, I need to have 1 digit to the right of the decimal point. So I put the decimal point there because that leaves me 1 digit to the right of the decimal point. So I write it down as for normal multiplication. I do normal multiplication ignoring the decimal points. I count how many numbers to the right of the decimal point in the 2 here. The answer was there's 1 number to the right, so in the answer I need there to be 1 number to the right of the decimal point. Let's look at a more complicated one. So I've got 125.678 times by 0.23. So let's do our normal multiplication. 3 8s are 24, put down the 4, carry the 2. 3 7s are 21 plus 2 is 23, put down the 3, carry the 2. 3 6s are 18 plus 2 is 20, put down the 0, carry the 2. 3 5s are 15 plus 2 is 17, put down the 7, carry the 1. 3 2s are 6 plus 1 is 7, 3 1s is 3. Cross them out. Then I put down my 0 and move on to the 2. So I'm doing like I would for normal multiplication. I haven't taken the decimal points into account yet. 2 8s are 16, so I put down the 6, carry the 1. 2 7s are 14 plus 1 is 15, put down the 5, carry the 1. 2 6s are 12 plus 1 is 13, I put down the 3, I carry the 1. 2 5s are 10 plus 1 is 11, put down 1, carry 1. 2 2s are 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 1s are 2. I then add these up. 4 and 0 is 4, 3 and 6 is 9. 5 and 0 is 5, 7 and 3 is 10, put down the 0, carry the 1. 7 and 1 is 8, plus the 1 I carried is 9. 5 and 3 is 8, and 2. Because I filled that, put a 2 there. So there's my answer. So where does the decimal point go? Remember, I look here, and to the right of the decimal point I have 1, 2, 3 numbers, and 1, 2. So in total I have 5 numbers to the right of the decimal point. So I need to put the decimal point here. The reason I put it there, let's check. How many numbers to the right of the decimal point do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers to the right of the decimal point because that's how many numbers there were in total to the right of the decimal point there. Okay, we have one more example which we will now do. Negative 3.8 times by 0.05. So this is different because there's negative and positive numbers. Let's do it as though there wasn't though. So let's do our multiplication. Again, normal multiplication, ignoring the decimal points. 5 8s are 40. Put down the 0, carry the 4. 5 3s are 15, plus 1 is 19. So I put down 19. These two numbers are 0, so I don't do anything with them. Now let's look here. There is 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right of the decimal point. So we need to put the decimal point there. So there is 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right of the decimal point. The extra step that we need to do here, we have got a negative multiplied by a positive. So our answer is negative. So the answer is negative 0.190. You can put the 0 at the end, but you don't need to, so it can be negative 0.19. They mean the same thing, but very often it's also written with a 0 here. same thing. So either of these answers mean the same. So going back, we do it as a normal multiplication, ignore the decimal points, work out where to put our decimal point, and then the last step, a negative and a positive, is a negative.